Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We've done it. Oh yeah.
Good morning. Welcome to the Committee on Public Safety, Judiciary, and Homeland Security. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Kinlock,
Present.
Commissioner Clemente, Commissioner Basham,
Present.
Commissioner Scott, Chair Clark Coleman.
Here.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you. All right. Chairwoman's remark, I have none. Next item.
C, approval of the April 5th, 2023 meeting minutes.
Okay. All right, so can I have a motion? I motion by Commissioner Basham, a second by Commissioner Martha C. Scott. Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, vote, please vote. All right,
Motion carried.
next item.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed. Item 1, under new business, forwarding report on payphone earnings for the jail commissary.
One from the sheriff's office to speak on this.
Good morning, Benita Terry, Director of Administration from the Sheriff's Office. So this is a report as of March 31st, 2023, showing our revenue for the payphone earnings, revenue coming in at $505,000, with expenditures right now at $518,000.
We're gonna take all of the receiving file together and then we'll take one vote when we're all done. So are there any questions on item number 1? Next.
The next item that we have here is on report on our tethers. So if you would like me to go through
Sure.
each and every line item listed?
Yes, let's.
Okay. So the total for new enrollments as of March 31st, 2023 is 2,025. Of that number, 1,555 is felony, 360 misdemeanor, 14 ordinance violators, and 3 of civil. We have 73 on administrative jail release, 1,789 on court order release. Then we go down to a residential treatment. With the sheriff's contract, there's 5. And as of March 31st, we had 565 with successful completions. And our average daily population on tether is showing at 1,300.
Are there any questions on item number 2? No, we're going to take all of the receiving files together. So I'm asking for you to call for item number 3.
Item 3, forwarding report on the road patrol operations funding.
In regard to our road patrol operations, which consist of secondary roads and the municipal support enforcement unit, through March 31st, 2023, we have a truck weight inspection of 49, number of citations issued 96, traffic stops 42, overweight fines issued 104,000, roughly 105,000. Traffic fines issued 850. That is through the MSEU unit. Through secondary roads, we have 3,253 traffic stops, 22 warrant arrests, 1,800 number of citations issued, 193 misdemeanor arrests, and 10 felony arrests through secondary roads.
Okay, I see Commissioner Basham.
Yes, on the truck inspections, overweight, do we get revenue from that? How much revenue?
Commissioner Basham, I would have to get the exact number and information on that. And I can email you that information or email everyone, just to make sure that I'm correct in what I provide.
Well, my thing is, do we get a significant, do we get revenue or does it go to the state?
No, we do receive revenue.
Thank you. I'm interested. Thank you.
Thank you. And if there are no more questions on that item, Madam Clerk, next item.
Item 4, forwarding report on the PREA program.
Okay, so the PREA program is based off of quarters. So with our quarter, this first fiscal, January through March, I see a total of 5 here. Allegations of inmate sexual harassment, you have unsustained, unfounded, 2 in that category, unfounded. Allegations of staff sexual misconduct, 2. Investigating, that's still going on, carrying on, 1. And those are the numbers that we have reported at this time from PREA.
Are there any questions on item number 4? Next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 5, forwarding report on the narcotics unit activities.
Want to speak on item number 5?
Okay. As of March 31st, number of vehicles seized under our narcotics unit has been 362. The reimbursement from individuals, approximately 190,000, and towing has equaled up to 59,850.
Is that it? Okay. On item number 5, are there any questions on item number 5? On Madam Clerk, the next item.
Item 6, forwarding report on Marine Patrol operations and funding.
So for our Marine Patrol operations through March 31st, 2023, we have at this point had a search and rescue of 1, assist disabled boaters 2, 1 body recovered, a citation issued, 12 boat inspections. There's been 634 boating safety students trained, special details 1, and then 5 public meetings. And then with that, we've had 12 total complaints and reports filed.
Any questions on item number 6? Marine Patrol. No questions or comments on item number 6. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Item 7, forwarding the April 2023 report on Sheriff's Office overtime costs.
Okay, and this is going at the end of February 20th. That's being submitted. So at that time, our overtime budget stood at $8,842,520. Our actual cost as of that date was 7.7, with right now being under budget of 1.1, and that is through February 20th, 2023.
Any questions on item number 7, which is the overtime report from the Sheriff's Department? Any questions or comments? Hearing none, we're now going to vote on, we're now going to get I'd like a motion on item numbers 1 through 7. Okay. Commissioner Kenlock makes the motion and is seconded by Commissioner Clemente. Okay, so we're going to vote to receive and file these 7 items.
Motion carried. Item 8, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 3-year purchase order terms and conditions with 2 one-year options to renew with Alley Brothers.
Officer, please identify yourself.
Yes, so this is just an amendment at this time to add additional funding to the Ali Brothers contract for the sheriff's equipment and uniform items. So we're looking at adding an increased amount to the funding of $165,000, roughly $166,000. And the contract term to 9/30/2025.
So we already have a contract with Alley Brothers, right?
Yes, this is an amendment.
So do we have, so we are able to add to that?
Yes.
Are there questions on this motion? Commissioner Clemente.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair. I did not have a question on this, but I do have a question that pertains to the former report. I'm just wondering, when will we see another update on all of those?
Those reports are submitted, the 6 reports that we went through, they're submitted for April 1st and August 1st. So your next one will be August 1st.
Okay.
And it'll have
ahead.
more information up.
Yeah, just looking at last year's budgets and things, I was just wondering
Yeah.
when the next time you're coming. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, ma'am.
Give a motion from Commissioner Bashan, no, I'm sorry, Kenlock, supported by Commissioner Bashan. Are there any questions on item number 8? Voting. Okay, all right. Madam Clerk, Commissioner Basham, you're okay.
Motion carried.
Changing you. Okay, all right. The next item.
Item 9, requesting commission approval of a grant agreement with the Michigan Department of State Police Emergency Management and Homeland Security Division.
Yes, Commission. This is Brian Herman from Wayne County Homeland Security.
Please continue.
Yeah, we're just looking for approval and acceptance of the 2022 Operation Stone Garden Grant Program. This program has been in effect since the calendar year 2008, and it provides funding for the City of Detroit, the Wayne County Sheriff, and the borderfront communities, roughly 13, and it provides operational overtime and fuel to support activities.
Any questions on item number 9? Homeland Security. Any questions on item number 9? Hearing none, let's vote. Oh, I'm sorry. Do we have a motion? We didn't. Okay, all right. I have a motion by Commissioner Basham, supported by Commissioner Kenlock. Please vote.
Motion carried. Item 10, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 15-month intergovernmental agreement with the City of Detroit.
Who do we have here today? Tony? Is this your item, Tony?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Actually, it's not my item, but I was about to step up because I can answer questions about this if any of the committee have questions. And so the record's clear. I'm Tony Guerrero, Chief of Legislation, Grants, and Community Relations for the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office. We have had for many, many years Operation Relentless Pursuit. It is now called Operation Legend. This particular request that comes to you is approval of an amendment, the first amendment to a 15-month intergovernmental agreement. There's no change in the dollar amount, still $474,991, but they're extending the term here. And this is a very worthwhile program. The program is designed to get guns and bad people off the streets. I can't speak to the shot spotter technology, but I can indicate to the committee that there's really no additional cost to the county, and it's a very worthwhile program for public safety.
Questions or comments on item number 10? Asham makes a motion. Commissioner Kinlock supports it. Questions on this motion? Seeing none, please vote.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Motion carried.
Next item.
Item 11, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 3-year comparable source online legal research and services contract with 2 one-year options to renew with the West Publishing Corp., DBA West of Thomson Reuters business.
Up.
Good morning again through the chair, Tony Guerrero, Chief of Legislation, Grants, and Community Relations for the Prosecutor's Office. This item is one that we strongly urge the committee to approve. Westlaw is part of Thomson Reuters Publishing. Westlaw is the online legal research engine that is used by the prosecutor's office. It's an excellent product. This is an extension, amendment number 1 to a comparable source that we've actually, in this one in the past, we've gone out for bid, and there's only 2 companies that even come close. However, this increases the contract amount by $118,253.16. I can attest to the committee that I was directly involved in the negotiations. We actually got almost the same price on the extension as on the original contract. I'm happy to answer any questions about Westlaw that anyone on the committee may have.
Commissioner Basham.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, this is a comparable source contract, and I did a little research, and on the original contract, I voted yes. For that very reason, it makes sense. I'm not a fan of comparable source, but I will reluctantly vote yes on this also. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Any other questions or concerns about item number 11? Hearing none, I need a motion. Basham makes the motion. Commissioner Clemente seconds it. Questions? Hearing none, please vote.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Chair,
Yes.
my little iPad says, something isn't right. We're sorry.
Well,
we're
I
unable to
know I
connect."
don't see you here.
Well,
It might be a glitch, but I can mark you. How are you voting?
I vote yes, but this thing is not voting at all.
Madam Chair,
Little but.
Madam
little
Chair.
X at the top.
yeah,
Right.
press the X, sign back in, and then you're all set.
Did that.
Tech support.
That don't work. That's the best I can tell you, Ray. Oh, now you're on.
We can figure it out after the meeting.
All right. Madam Clerk.
Item 12, requesting commission approval of a memorandum of understanding with the Michigan Department of Corrections.
Ebony here today?
Yes. Good morning, through the chair, Ebony McCann, Health, Human, Veteran Services, Adult Community Corrections Administrator. The department is requesting approval of an MOU between the Charter County of Wayne and the Michigan Department of Corrections in the amount of $152,546.32 for the reimbursement of costs associated with relocating 20 MDOC employees. Public Act 232 of 1953, or the State Assumption Act, indicates that all rents, contractual services, supplies, materials, and equipment which are a county responsibility on the effective date of the subsection shall continue to be a county responsibility. As a result of that language, Wayne County is responsible for the lease agreements of 5 MDOC probation offices, one of which, the Tremonti building or Clinton property, which is located at 426 Clinton, they are moving to the CJC. The Tremonti or Clinton building is responsible for 3 different divisions of the Michigan Department of Corrections: the Special Services, Court Services, and Chrysler Probation Office. It's imperative that the Special Services and Court Services unit are within walking distance of the criminal justice complex, because as probationers are sentenced to a term of probation, they are directed by the judge to walk over or to get to the probation office so that they can receive their probation assignment. And so as a result of the criminal justice development, discussions were had, and 60 staff of the Clinton building property will be moving to the CJC. The remaining 20 staff have been relocated to the Chrysler probation office. And this MOU covers the expenses associated with that move. We have moved approximately 400 boxes of files, which included approximately 75 files per box, so a total of 30,000 files were moved out of the Clinton building to Algonquin in the amount of $41,455.68. Additionally, this MOU covers for furniture to support those staff in the amount of $94,075.50. And lastly, to accommodate the new staff moving from Clinton to Algonquin, we needed to ensure that the network installation was supported to accommodate the additional staff. And that was in the amount of $17,016.13 for the grand total of $152,546.32. This is a one-time reimbursement to MDOC. Upon commission approval, the funds will be dispersed according to procurement guidelines, and then that should be the end of this agreement.
Ebony, you indicated that it was 426 Clinton Street. My records are showing you need 456 Clinton Street.
That is an error. The address for the Clinton building is 426 Clinton, Detroit, Michigan.
We'll change our record.
4215. Thank you.
So are there any questions on this item? On item number 12, any questions or concerns? Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Basham and a second by the motion is by Commissioner Kenlock and the second is by Commissioner Basham. Are there any questions on this item? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carried.
Madam Chair, one quick question. So how far is the new location,
To Algonquin.
Algonquin location from the CJC?
The Algonquin location, Algonquin Probation Office is located at 1600 Algonquin. Staff and probationers that live in that particular catchment area are assigned to that probation office. It's approximately, I'm not good with numbers, less than 10 miles from the CJC.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I thought, a walking distance, so that's what, okay, thank you.
But the individuals,
wait.
just as a point of clarification, the individuals that are walking to the CJC to go and register for probation, they're going to special services or court services to receive their actual assignment. Based on their address, they may or may not be signed to the actual Chrysler probation office, which is embedded inside of the Algonquin probation. You're welcome.
But the Algonquin, from the Clinton to Algonquin, that's not, did you say 10 miles?
Approximately. But they're not walking to the Algonquin probation office. So when MDLC assigns probationers to their probation office, they do it based on their address. So if their address is within the Algonquin catchment area, they may be assigned to that probation office. If they're on the west side of Detroit, they may be assigned to the Greenfield probation office. We have a Lasser probation office. There's also a Lincoln Park probation office that they may be assigned to as well. So MDLC assigns probationers based on their actual address, based on where they live, yes.
Hey, Commissioner Kinlock.
Yes, thank you.
So we have a motion by Commissioner Kinlock, support by Commissioner Basham. Are there questions on the motion?
You already voted on this item.
I'm sorry. What? Okay. Okay. He raised a question after we voted. Okay. All right. Okay. Next item.
Item 13, requesting commission approval of the Community Corrections Plan and application for fiscal year 2024 for the Michigan Department of Corrections.
Ebony, you're up.
Good morning again. Ebony McCann, Health, Human Veteran Services, Adult Community Corrections Administrator. The department is requesting permission to submit. We actually received exigent approval from Chair Bell to submit the fiscal year 2024 funding and grant application to the Michigan Department of Corrections Office of Community Corrections. This grant is responsible for providing funding for those offenders who are sentenced under Public Act 511, so targeted high-risk, high-needs offenders in Wayne County who have been sentenced to a term of probation. The grant proposes, upon approval, to MDOC and award, we will potentially provide services for adult fugitive apprehension, adult GPS tether, batterers intervention, which is domestic violence treatment and prevention, a cognitive behavioral therapy program, trauma-informed care for women and men, as well as we are in the process or the works, the Community Corrections Advisory Board is attempting to develop a robust gun violence prevention intervention curriculum that will address gun violence in our city. And so that's been an ongoing program that we have been attempting to develop, and we are in the works with Ceasefire and some other entities to kind of see how if potentially we can partner with them to develop this program.
Okay, so Chair Bell already authorized the exigent approval, right?
That is correct.
All right, so are there any questions on this item? Motion by Commissioner Martha G. Scott. Can I have a second? Second by Commissioner Kinlock. Are there questions on this motion? On item number 13. Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carried.
Next item.
Moving to item 14 on the addenda, requesting commission approval of a license and location agreement with Dakota Brooks.
Sheriff's Office. Identify yourself.
Benita Terry, Director of Administration for the Sheriff's Office. So we are requesting approval for a contract with Dakota Brooks to do filming at our jail facility. It is to be covered within a day's time. That would be at Jail Division 2, 525 Clinton Street. And we're looking at revenue approximately $5,000 from this.
So let me ask you, and I guess this is a question that I raised before when I recently looked looked at it, or do we still own that building?
I can't speak on it accurately.
We don't own
From what
that
I've
jail.
been told that we don't. We no longer own it, but I'm not privy to that information. I don't know for sure. That would come from the CEO's office.
So can we give approval for filming on a building that we don't own?
I'm going to defer that to
Yes, please.
our attorney, please.
Please.
Good afternoon to this body. My name is David Melton. I'm legal advisor to the sheriff. As to that question, I spoke with Assistant Corporation Counsel on it, Jane Enright, and after looking at the agreement that the county has with the actual owners, I was advised that we do not need any further permission in order to do this activity.
So we don't need permission from the current owners,
That's correct.
which would be Rock.
Which is ROC.
Which is
yes.
Rock, right? So we can give approval for this filming,
Yes.
the county can.
Yes, we can. Yes.
Our general counsel, please speak on that.
Through the chair to this honorable body, you are correct in that the county no longer owns those particular buildings. The county is leasing the building. And while I have not read the agreement, my understanding, recently read the agreement, my understanding is that the county is currently fully operating and maintaining the building. It's under the county's full control at this point. We have not turned over any operations or maintenance or anything to ROC. In fact, we're not currently paying them, but we will if we don't leave the buildings within a certain time frame after the CJC. So I do believe that is accurate because the county is currently fully operating and maintaining the facilities. I don't think that you would likely need any approvals from ROC because they don't have any role really at the building in this point other than ownership based on the agreement with the CJC.
So is it vacant?
No, that's Division 2. It's currently occupied with inmates. The space that's being asked to be used is a vacant section of, we have no inmates in that section of the jail. We will not have any inmates in the area. Inmates will not be filmed as part of this, as well as none of our staff will be filmed as part of this. It's simply a request to film a music video. There is a local Detroit artist who asked for that permission.
Okay, so they will not have access to any part of that building where we currently have inmates or staff.
That is
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, Commissioner Basham.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. I keep thinking about liability and insurance. If somebody was to go in there and say that the county didn't maintain this properly, it's because I broke my leg and the county did this and the county did that. Is there a potential for lawsuits there? And the little benefit that we're getting out of this, there could be a greater liability than the benefit that we're getting. So if our legal counsel would like to respond to that, I'd be glad to hear it. But I just have some red flags popping up when I hear this. Thank you.
General counsel.
Through the chair to this honorable body, so the contract does include some insurance requirements and requires the vendor to hold the county harmless. So that information or requirements are actually contained in the agreement.
I'm just wondering about the length of the contract, that it's through September?
Yes.
Is that, what if there's movement or does that matter? Like, why is it so long? If it's only going to be one day of filming, I think I thought you said.
That is correct. Yes. That time frame was requested just because I believe that goes through the end of the fiscal year. Essentially, the person who's requesting this, they want to get in as soon as possible. So as soon as, assuming this is approved, we will advise them that it's been approved, and then it's just a matter of scheduling what date that they can get into and to do the filming, which they indicate is only maybe 2 to 4 hours worth of time, one day.
They indicated how long?
Like 2 to 4 hours worth of filming. It's a very short music video, and it will only be on one day. Yes.
There will be someone there from the county to make sure that that they stick to what they are supposed to do.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. And we will have deputies there who will escort them throughout the whole process, through the building. We'll be there with them throughout the whole filming until they leave.
Escort them out.
And escort them out. Absolutely.
Commissioner Clemente?
That was my other question about, you were saying that no staff or inmates, like how do they get in and get out? And so there is a staff member or a deputy that will be escorting them. Because do they have to pass through areas where there are people housed or anything like that?
Right.
I think the liability part comes in there. Thank you.
Right. I'm sorry. Yes, we require that they have a background check before they can enter the facility. They've already provided that information and a background check was done. So the people who we will be letting in do not have, criminal record, that sort of thing. They will be escorted the whole time, front door, through the facility and out. The way Division 2 is set up, I don't think that they will have to pass by any current inmates in order to get to the section that is unoccupied currently.
And if they do have to pass through, the deputies will make sure that they do not turn the camera on until they get where they're going.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I believe that's encompassed within the agreement. There's absolutely no filming whatsoever of any inmates.
Until they get where they're going.
I'm sorry.
Until they get to the area that they have requested.
Right. And well, they won't be allowed to film inmates at any point in time.
I understand that, but I'm just saying that on their way to where they're going, they won't be able to do any filming until they get to the actual area that they're going to.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
All right. Any other questions or concern on this item? Hearing now, we have a motion from Commissioner Kinlock and the second from Commissioner Scott. Are there any other questions on this item? Hearing none, please vote.
Motion carried. We have a no vote from Commissioner Basham and Commissioner Clemente abstain.
All right.
Thank you.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
Madam Chair,
I've not been informed of anything else.
and I just meant, my abstention is, I just need to think this over some more, just to let you know what, it just minorly uncomfortable a little bit. So thank you.
Okay. Next item, Madam Clerk. I've not been informed of any other items. So next item.
Public comments.
Would you please make sure that you unmute those that are on Zoom or on the telephone?
The lines are unmuted.
Are there, public comment is now in order. If there's anyone on Zoom or on the phone that would like to speak, please do at this time. Second call for public comment. Third and final call for public comment. Is there anyone from the public on the phone or in Zoom who would like to speak, or even in our chamber here? If there's anyone here in the chamber who would like to speak, please do at this time. Hearing none, public comment is closed. Next item.
Adjournment.
Oh, before we adjourn, do we have any emails?
There are no emails.
Okay. Then now, item 8H.
Adjournment.
Properly moved and